everyone, it's Helen here from the Pagan Umbrella, and I'm just making a video for a subject that's being talked about in the group, which is the lack of tools. I'm just going to bring the post up now, so just give me a second. I should have opened this tab first before recording the video, but Vampires in Love, Miss Nocturne, aka Miss Nocturne, originally posted this thread entitled "Unable to Afford Supplies. What can one do when you cannot afford supplies for spells or rituals? We just started leasing a van, and my boyfriend just got an iPhone 4, so money is tight. The reason I ask is because I had someone say that it is impossible to be a practicing witch when you don't have tools or anything. I really don't listen to what people say because everyone has different ideas on what it takes and what it means to be a witch. I've been a practicing solitary witch for going on 5 years now. And there's been different comments, and I'll just read out the comments now. I won't read out who they're from. I know people who sometimes make their own incense and occasionally candles. If I knew how, I'd send you the instructions, but you can practice without tools. Second comment, you don't necessarily need tools to practice if you don't have the money to get these things. I'm sure the powers that be will understand the lack of material things. It's more about the intent behind the spells than the things anyway. If you feel you need them, there are always places where you can buy inexpensive candles, incense, etc. That will do until you can afford what you really want. Ray is totally right. You don't always need all these fancy knick-knacks to conduct a spell. I go to open rituals that all they use is some incense and candles, sometimes not even that. I personally use tea lights and ready-made incense because that's what I can afford. Target has 100 pack for $15 or of tea lights, and I can buy 100 pack of incense from Hot Topic for $5. If I want to leave an offering, I go into my backyard and find any flowers that are naturally blooming and use those. Lols. And my comment was, all you need is yourself. I know how you feel. I'm quite broke too, but I use just regular candles and incense from Walmart or anywhere I can find it when I do use any kind of spell work. Pardon me. As you can see, a lot of these people are from America because I'm in Ireland. We don't have Walmart or Target or anything like that. I don't have all the tools either. I just set up the intent and visualize it coming to fruition. I recently came across a witch shop on my rounds and found they sell magical spell gear, herbs and hoodoo items, all handmade. I'll say it's worth a look if you're looking for anything. The website is www.thevillagewitch.co.uk. And the last comment was, being a teen, still living with my dad, I have to use what I have, basically improvising, and because he is a Christian, I have to do my rituals and etc. when he's gone to sleep. When he is gone or asleep, pardon me. So that was the general, there was mixed views. All I'll say is you don't need anything to conduct a ritual or spell. You just, as I said in my comment, you just need yourself. The main things that you do need are tools that you will develop yourself, which I believe are meditation, visualization, being able to ground your own energy, being able to call your energy back to you. Things that don't necessarily mean you need a physical tool, because that's what it is. It's just a tool. Sorry, I have like nail varnish on this hand and like no nail varnish on this hand. It looks very funny. It's not a like an athame. Yes, it's great for directing energy and casting a circle, but you can do that with just your hand, your projective hand, whatever hand you feel is, you know, because I'm ambidextrous, so I do it with either or hand, you know. And you know, you can easily make your own wand. You can go for a walk in the forest, and if a piece of wood, you stumble across a piece of wood on the ground that calls to you that isn't rotten, you can make your own wand. Lots of things you can make yourself. You don't need to have like a fully, you know, like every single thing for an altar. I didn't get my first athame. Like I've been practicing for 10 years now. I didn't get my first athame until like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So there you go, like that speaks volumes, because I prefer for my tools to find me rather than going out finding them, buying them off the internet and things like that. And charity shops or thrift stores are a great way to find things if you feel you need to have material objects to perform a ritual or cast a spell. If it comes to a spell and you have no like you have no candle, you have no incense, you have no actual like physical things to cast the spell, say a binding spell, you have no black candle, you have no say the signature of the person. I'm just talking because I'm going to be performing a binding spell soon, and I need hawthorn thorns, the signature of the person, a black candle, and you know, that's it. And the incense, I need frankincense, dragon's blood, and myrrh resin, charcoal discs, and a heat-proof dish, and a cauldron. Now, they're all things I have because they've come to me, but you don't need all those things. All you need to do is have the will and the intent and the visualization. You don't need physical like objects to do these things. So don't worry about not having actual, like, you know, herbs and incense and candles and athames and wands and etc, etc, etc. Those things will come to you eventually. If you perform the spell or ritual correctly, just through gestures and like with the will and intent and visualization, it will come out just as well as using actual physical objects, if you get what I mean. So I hope this video has helped a little bit. So anyway, I'll say good night to you. Well, I'm just going to say good night anyway. It's only like 8:30 here. But blessed be and take care of yourselves. Bye.